Every morning, millions of people wake up believing that working harder is the path to wealth. They get ready for work, sit through traffic, put in long hours, and hope that one day life will finally become easier. Yet for millions of people, that day never comes. Even after years, sometimes decades, of hard work, they're still living paycheck to paycheck. It's not because they lack ambition, it's not because they aren't intelligent, and it's certainly not because they aren't willing to work. The real problem is much simpler. Most people are taught how to earn money, but very few are taught how to build wealth. That distinction changes everything. The moment you stop asking, how can I earn more? And start asking, how can my money begin working for me? You're looking at money through a completely different lens, and that's where the journey to financial freedom truly begins. Most people never receive a financial education, not in school, not at work, and often not even at home. We spend years learning how to earn an income, but almost no time learning how to build wealth. That's an important difference. Income helps pay today's bills. Wealth creates tomorrow's opportunities. Many people spend their entire lives trading time for money, believing that working harder or earning more will eventually solve the problem. But a higher income by itself doesn't automatically create wealth. Without a plan, even a large paycheck can disappear as quickly as it arrives. The people who quietly build lasting wealth often begin by asking a different question. How can I own assets that have the potential to grow in value or generate income over time? That shift in thinking changes everything. Every meaningful financial decision begins with a mindset shift. Wealthy people don't see money as the finish line. They see it as a tool. Instead of asking, what can I buy? They ask, what can I build? Instead of focusing only on today's paycheck, they think about creating opportunities that can continue producing value in the future. That doesn't mean taking unnecessary risks or chasing every new investment trend. It means making thoughtful decisions with a long-term perspective. They understand that wealth is rarely created overnight. More often, it's the result of consistent habits repeated over many years. Saving regularly, investing consistently, continuing to learn, improving valuable skills, and allowing time to do what it does best. Compound small, disciplined decisions into meaningful results. The goal isn't to become wealthy as quickly as possible. The goal is to build a financial life that's strong enough to support the life you truly want to live. One of the biggest differences between people who build wealth and those who struggle to keep it is how they use their money. Many people spend most of what they earn on things that lose value over time. Others make it a priority to acquire assets that have the potential to grow in value or produce income. An asset can take many forms. It might be a diversified investment portfolio, a business, intellectual property, or real estate. The specific asset matters less than the principle behind it. Every dollar you invest in a productive asset has the potential to work alongside you instead of sitting idle. Building wealth isn't about making one perfect investment. It's about making thoughtful decisions consistently over time. As those decisions begin to compound, the gap between simply earning money and building wealth becomes easier to see. That's when your financial future starts becoming less dependent on the hours you work and more connected to the assets you own. Investing is often misunderstood. Many people think it's about finding the perfect stock, timing the market, or getting lucky. In reality, successful investing is usually much less exciting. It's built on patience, consistency, and a long-term perspective. Markets will rise and fall. That's part of the journey. The investors who succeed over time aren't the ones who predict every market move. They're the ones who stay committed to a well thought out plan through both good times and difficult ones. Consistently investing over many years allows time to become one of your greatest advantages. Small, disciplined contributions can grow significantly through the power of compounding. The objective isn't to beat everyone else, it's to steadily build a stronger financial future, one thoughtful decision at a time. The greatest investment you'll ever make isn't in a stock, it's in developing the knowledge, discipline, and patience to make wise financial decisions throughout your life. Real estate has long been one of the ways people build wealth, but it's important to understand why. The goal isn't simply to own property. The goal is to own assets that have the potential to create long-term value. For some people, that may be a home they live in. For others, it could be a rental property or a commercial investment. Every situation is different, and no single strategy is right for everyone. What matters is understanding the fundamentals. A carefully selected property may appreciate over time, generate rental income, or provide other long-term financial benefits. But, like any investment, it also comes with responsibilities and risks. Successful investors don't rely on luck. They do their research. They understand the numbers. They plan for unexpected expenses. And they make decisions based on long-term goals rather than short-term emotions. Real estate isn't a shortcut to wealth. It's one example of how disciplined ownership, thoughtful planning, and patience can contribute to building a stronger financial future. One of the most important concepts in personal finance is understanding the difference between earning income and creating cash flow. For most people, income comes from the hours they work. When the work stops, the paycheck usually stops too. Cash flow is different. Some assets have the potential to produce income over time while you continue working, spending time with your family, or focusing on other goals. That doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't happen without careful planning. It takes years of saving, investing, learning, and making disciplined financial decisions. The goal isn't to replace your career. The goal is to gradually build additional sources of income that can strengthen your financial foundation and provide greater flexibility over time. Every dollar you save, every investment you make, every valuable skill you develop has the potential to move you one step closer to greater financial independence. Wealth isn't built through a single breakthrough. It's built through hundreds of thoughtful decisions made consistently over many years. At its core, financial freedom isn't about luxury. It isn't about expensive cars, oversized homes, or impressing other people. Financial freedom is about having choices. It's the ability to spend more time with your family. The freedom to pursue work that's meaningful instead of simply working to pay the next bill. It's having the confidence to navigate unexpected challenges without constant financial stress. For some people, financial freedom means retiring early. For others, it means starting a business, traveling more, supporting loved ones, or giving generously to causes they care about. The destination looks different for everyone. That's why building wealth should never be about comparing yourself to someone else's success. It should be about creating a life that reflects your own values, priorities, and goals. When money becomes a tool instead of a source of constant worry, you gain something far more valuable than wealth. You gain the freedom to choose how you live your life. Every financial journey begins with a single decision. Not a perfect decision, just a deliberate one. You don't need to have all the answers before you begin. What matters is building habits that move you in the right direction over time. Start by understanding where your money goes each month. Build an emergency fund that can help you navigate life's unexpected moments. Pay down high-interest debt whenever possible. Invest consistently, even if you're starting with a modest amount. Continue learning, because your financial knowledge is one of the few investments that can continue paying dividends throughout your life. Focus on progress, not perfection. There will be setbacks. There will be unexpected expenses. There will be moments when the progress feels slow. That's normal. What matters is staying committed to the plan. Wealth is rarely built through one extraordinary decision. More often, it's the result of ordinary decisions made consistently over many years. Small steps, repeated with discipline, can lead to extraordinary outcomes. Building wealth isn't about trying to predict the future, it's about preparing for it. Every smart financial decision you make today has the potential to shape the opportunities you'll have tomorrow. Remember, you don't have to change your entire financial life overnight. You simply have to keep moving in the right direction. Learn continuously, spend intentionally, invest consistently. Be patient with the process. And remember that time is one of the greatest assets available to every investor. The sooner you begin, the more opportunity you give yourself to grow. Thank you for spending these moments with us. If you found value in today's documentary, consider subscribing and joining us as we continue exploring the principles of building lasting wealth, making wiser financial decisions, and creating more freedom for the future. Until next time, build wealth, live free,